There's a brand new niche on YouTube blowing up so fast that channels launched only weeks ago are already pulling in millions of views. This creator right here posted only 10 videos, and one of them already crossed over 3 million views in under 2 weeks. Then another creator hit 2 million views in just 3 weeks. And yet another creator gained nearly 4 million views on a video posted only 10 days ago. And here's the crazy part. These channels are brand new, and while their subscriber counts are still low, this niche is so powerful that their videos are blowing up almost instantly. That's why today, I'm going to show you the entire process for creating your own faceless channel, powered by AI tools that do most of the heavy lifting for you. And trust me, you'll learn strategies that almost nobody talks about. And here's what's happening. I just found a brand new niche spreading all over the platform, and the concept is surprisingly simple. These videos explore how humans lived millions of years ago. They trigger curiosity, they teach real facts about prehistoric life, and they're presented like mini documentaries, all without narration. And that exact formula is why YouTube pushes them out to millions of people. Now, some of you might think these videos can't be monetized because of YouTube's recent policy updates, but that's not the case at all. I'll walk you through the full process step by step, including high-quality editing, strong visuals, and original structure, which makes these videos fully eligible for monetization. And to make it even easier, I will split this video into 2 parts. In part 1, I'll show you how to create a fully branded channel in this same exact niche using powerful AI tools, even if you have zero prior experience. And in part 2, I'll show you how to do everything using only free AI tools, so you can start your faceless channel without spending anything. Now, the most important step when starting your YouTube journey is choosing a low competition niche. And since we've already got that covered, let me show you why this niche has so much potential. Now let's take this channel right here as an example. As you can see, it's already monetized and has pulled in millions of views in just a few weeks. Now, if we head over into the revenue section and take a look at the analytics, we can see that this creator earned nearly a 5-digit income in the last 28 days with nearly 3 million views and an RPM of around $5, which is actually pretty solid. But here's where it gets even more interesting. If we open the similar channel section and search within this niche, we can see that many channels are pulling in over 100,000 views per video on average. Also, there isn't a single channel struggling with low views, which clearly shows that this niche might be one of the strongest we've seen so far. Now, all of the channels in this niche share one key thing, which is a perfect channel branding, and that leads us to the first step, channel creation. Most creators skip the strategies I'm about to show you, but once you see them, you'll realize why they're the difference between a channel that struggles and a channel that explodes. Now, the first tool we'll be using is ChatGPT, and our first task will be to create a unique channel name. To do this, simply ask it to generate a list of 10 original YouTube channel name ideas focused on prehistoric life. You can also find all the prompts I'm using in this video inside my free Telegram channel linked below. Once we run this prompt, ChatGPT will provide us with a list of 10 unique and creative channel name ideas that we can use, and as you can see, these are some pretty solid options to start building our channel. Next, we'll need to create a perfectly branded channel description. So, in the same ChatGPT session, ask it to generate a fully branded and SEO optimized channel description based on your chosen channel name. Then, pick the name you like the most, copy it, and paste it into the prompt below. Once that's done, copy the rest of the prompt and finally click Generate. And once the generation process is done, ChatGPT will provide you with a description that is keyword-rich, aligned with your channel name, and written in a natural, human-friendly style. Now that you have your channel name and description ready, head over to YouTube Studio and create your channel using what you've prepared. Start by entering your channel name, then choose a unique channel handle, and finally paste in the description you created. Now, if we scroll up, you'll notice we're still missing the channel logo, and that's why now I'll show you how to create one that looks professional and truly stands out. To start off, open the same ChatGPT session you used before, and start by asking it to create a detailed text-to-image logo prompt for a channel that focuses on prehistoric life and hidden history. Next, make sure to insert your channel name into the prompt so that the result is made specifically for your channel. Once that's done, simply use the full prompt I'm using right here, and ChatGPT will generate a prompt that you will use to create a professional and perfectly branded channel logo. Now that you have your logo prompt ready, make sure to copy it from here, and then head over to a tool called Leonardo AI. Once you are in, start by opening the text to image feature and then follow along carefully. First, set the image preset to Leonardo Phoenix, as it produces high-quality results. Next, right below that, set the aspect ratio to 1:1, which is the correct logo format. Once that's done, copy the rest of the settings I'm using, then paste your prompt into the prompt section, and finally click Generate. Now with that done, the generation process will begin, which usually takes about 20 seconds, and once it's finished, we've just created a list of 4 logo samples that perfectly match our channel branding. As you can see, the logos we created are high quality, feature interesting fossil-style details, and include our channel name. So now that the logos are ready, simply choose the one you like the most, and then download it using the button below the logo. Next, go back into the YouTube studio and upload the logo you just created. Then, make sure it's properly aligned, and once everything looks good, click Done to save it, and with that step complete, your channel setup is nearly finished. Now let me show you a few insider steps that can significantly boost your channel's visibility. These steps are critical, so make sure to pay close attention. If you go to the main settings in YouTube Studio and open the channel section, you'll find a field for channel keywords. Adding the right keywords here helps make your channel more discoverable, so let me show you exactly how it's done. For this step, we'll be using a free tool called vidIQ, so go ahead and open it. Once you are in, open the AI Coach feature in the menu on the left side. This is basically a fully built AI assistant designed to help with YouTube SEO optimization, and you can use it up to 20 times per month, which is really good. Once everything is set, start by asking it to generate a single comma-separated list of fully SEO-optimized YouTube channel keywords. Make sure to include your channel name in the prompt so it can customize the keywords specifically for your channel. Below that, I've added a few command prompts, so simply copy the full prompt I'm using right here, and then click Generate. As you can see, this process might take a little time, since it digs deep into the web database to find the exact keywords that are highly ranked in search and have low competition. And once it's done, it will provide you with a list of channel keywords specifically made for your channel, and this is one of the best ways to create keywords that are effective. Now that you have your list of keywords, copy the entire list and head back into YouTube Studio. Here, simply paste them into the keyword section, and that's pretty much it. Now let me show you another important step to boost your channel's visibility. First, open the feature eligibility settings, then go to the intermediate features section. Here, you'll find a field to confirm your phone number. This step is essential, as it signals to YouTube that your channel is legitimate and not spam. Okay, now that you've confirmed your phone number and added the keywords in the basic settings, don't forget to save everything by clicking the Save button at the bottom. Once that's done, click on Publish. And with that, your channel is now fully set up and ready for the next step. Now in this step, we're finally going to begin with video creation, but listen closely. If I were like some of the so-called gurus out there, I'd just tell you to write a simple story and throw together a few basic prompts. But if you actually tried that, I promise you, the results would be pretty disappointing. That's why instead, I'm going to show you how to build a fully structured story, along with highly detailed prompts that we'll later use to generate professional and high-quality visuals. To start off, open a fresh ChatGPT session and start by telling it to act as an expert in human evolution, anthropology, and survival history. Then, give it the task of generating video title ideas based on those topics. Next, make sure to mention that you want each idea to begin with the word life, followed by a random number of millions of years ago. Now, since this prompt has a lot of key details, make sure to either copy it directly from my free Telegram channel linked in the description, or pause this video and copy it from here. And once you use this exact prompt, ChatGPT will generate a list of video ideas tailored specifically to this niche. And the best part is, these ideas are highly relevant and designed in a way that makes them very engaging for viewers, giving your videos a strong chance to perform well. Now that we've created a list of strong video ideas, it's time to turn one of them into a complete story. To do this, stay in the same ChatGPT session and start by telling it to act as an expert in prehistoric and cinematic storytelling. Then explain that its task is to create a full story for a YouTube documentary-style video. From there, go through the list of ideas you generated earlier, pick the one you like best, and paste it into the topic section in the prompt below. Right below that, you'll also see a duration section. Here, I'll enter 3 minutes just as an example so we don't take too long. But if you prefer, you can request a longer story, such as 20 or 30 minutes, using the exact same process. Now, just like before, this prompt is a bit detailed and longer than usual, so the best way is to copy the exact prompt I'm using here and then run it directly. That way, you'll avoid any unnecessary struggle or mistakes in the story itself. And once you've used this prompt, ChatGPT will generate a complete story based on the length that you have specified. And as you can see, the result is highly engaging and written in the same style as some of the most successful documentary-style videos out there. So now that we've created a complete story for our video, the next step is to create detailed generation prompts. These prompts will be used to generate high-quality images, which will later turn into a full cinematic video. To start off in the same ChatGPT session, tell it that it is an expert in prehistoric anthropology and cinematic text-to-image prompt engineering. Then explain that its task is to transform the full survival story into a sequence of highly consistent image prompts with one prompt per scene. Below, I've included a list of detailed instructions to ensure ChatGPT produces high-quality and coherent results. And since this prompt is a bit long, make sure to copy the exact version I'm using here before running it in ChatGPT. And once you run this prompt, ChatGPT will provide only a few image prompts at a time. In my case, it generated just 3 prompts. This happens because each prompt is designed to be highly detailed and cannot be produced all at once. At the end of the first batch, ChatGPT will ask if you want to continue with the remaining prompts. Simply type continue and click generate again. ChatGPT will then provide the next batch of prompts, for example, in my case, scenes 4 through 9. Now you will need to repeat this process until all the prompts for the video are generated. After each batch, simply type continue and click generate to get the next set of prompts. In my case, I created a total of 36 image prompts, which perfectly cover 3 full minutes of video. Using the same method, you can easily generate over 100 prompts for a much longer video, but for this example, I'm sticking with 3 minutes, so you don't get confused or lost in the process. Now watch closely because this step is important. Scroll up to the very beginning of your prompts, starting from scene 1. Once you're there, select all the prompts from the first to the last, and copy everything. Next, create a text file or a free Google Doc, which is what I'm using here, and paste all of the image prompts into it. We do this to keep everything organized, so we don't have to search for prompts later in the ChatGPT session. Once all the prompts are added, give the file a name, for example, image prompts, and with that, you'll be ready for the next step. Now in this step, we need to create an equal number of animation prompts based on the image prompts, which we will later use to animate the images that we will generate. To start off, open the same ChatGPT session you used before and tell it that it is an expert in cinematic animation and prehistoric visual storytelling. Next, explain that its task is to create detailed image-to-video animation prompts based on the image prompts you generated earlier. Just like before, this prompt is detailed and designed to give results that are consistent and perfectly match each scene. Make sure to copy the entire prompt I'm using here and then run it in ChatGPT. And once you run this prompt, ChatGPT will provide a list of detailed animation prompts that match each scene exactly. However, as before, it will only generate a few prompts per batch because the prompts are very detailed. In my case, the first batch included prompts from scene 1 to scene 6. Just like before, ChatGPT will ask if you want to continue. Simply type continue and click generate. Repeat this process until all prompts are created. In my case, I ended up with 36 animation prompts, which exactly matches the number of image prompts we generated before. So now that you have generated the full set of animation prompts, just like I have done here, scroll up until you find the very first animation prompt. This step is the same as before. Select everything from top to bottom and copy all of the prompts. Next, open a new Google Doc and paste all of the prompts into it. Once everything is pasted, make sure it's neat and organized. Then give the file a clear name, for example, video prompts. And with that, you'll be finally ready to start creating the complete video. Now to actually create the video, we're going to use a tool that has everything built in, and this is where it gets crazy good. You don't have to waste time or money juggling multiple AI tools, because this one already covers everything you'll ever need. The tool that I'm talking about is called Video Talk, so go ahead and open it. Once you are in, you'll see 3 main features. For this tutorial, we'll use the Create Video from Scratch option, since we already have our prompts ready to go. Think of this as a fully built-in editor packed with everything you need for video creation. Now to start off, set the aspect ratio to 16:9 because we're making a long-form video. Next, on the left side, you'll see a menu with all the main tools we'll be using, and as you can see, the text-to-image feature is already open. So let's kick things off with the image creation process. First, open the Google Doc where you saved all of your image prompts from the previous step, and start by copying the very first prompt, which is for scene 1. Now head back into Video Talk and paste that prompt into the prompt section. Below that, in the model settings, you'll see different models to choose from. Some are very affordable, while others are more premium. For this example, I'll go with Google Imagen 4 Ultra, since it delivers excellent results. After that, set the aspect ratio to 16:9, and once everything is ready, click Generate. Just like that, the image creation process will begin. This usually takes around 10 seconds, and once it's done, your image will be ready. Now, if I open the image right here, you can see it's super high quality, packed with details, and it matches our prompt almost perfectly, exactly the kind of result we're aiming for. So now that we've created created the image for our first scene, let's move on to the next one. Same as before, open your Google Doc and copy the image prompt for scene 2. Then head back into Video Talk, paste the prompt into the prompt section, double check that all the settings match the ones we used earlier, and if everything looks good, click Generate. Now the generation process works the same way, taking about 10 seconds per image. And once it's done, we've got our second scene ready, and as you can see, the quality is really solid, exactly what we need to make the video stand out. Now listen closely. You need to repeat the same exact process until you generate images for every scene that you have in your story. And just to save some time, I've already gone ahead and done that, and in my case, I created 36 images in just a couple of minutes. And the process was very easy. Now that we have all of our images ready, it's time for the next step, which is bringing the images to life. To start, click on the image for the first scene. Remember, the order goes from bottom to top. This will open the image to video feature. Here, you'll need to enter an animation prompt to generate the scene. So head over to the Google Doc where you saved your animation prompts and start by copying the prompt for the first scene. Next, head back into Video Talk and paste the prompt into the prompt section. After that, open the model settings below where you'll see a few different options to choose from. Honestly, even the lower cost models work well and are very affordable, but in my case, I'll go with the Hailu Pro model since it's a solid balance between price and quality. Finally, set the aspect ratio to 16:9, and if everything looks good, click Generate to start the process. Now, if we open the video section above, you will see that our video is being generated. This usually takes about 30 seconds to a minute, depending on the model you're using. Once the process is complete, our video will be ready, so let's see how it came out. As you can see, the result looks fantastic, it's realistic, the movements flow naturally, and it exactly matches the animation prompt that we have entered. So now with our first video ready, let's move on and create another one for the second scene. Same as before, head over to the Google Doc where you saved the animation prompts, and this time copy the prompt for the second scene. Then, go back into Video Talk, open the image section above, and select the second image for scene 2. Remember, the order goes from bottom to top. Now, paste the animation prompt into the prompt section. Once that's done, choose the same video model you used for the first video to keep things consistent. Finally, set the aspect ratio to 16:9 and click Generate to start the process. This process will be the same as before, so expect it to take around 30 seconds to a minute, which is honestly pretty fast, and once the generation process is done, the video will be ready. So let's see how it came out. As you can see, this one came out perfect as well. It's high quality. The details match exactly what we included in the prompt, like the dust rising from the ground, the strong wind, and even the character's fear, which is clearly shown in the animation. So now that you know how to turn images into full videos, listen closely. You'll need to repeat the same process for each image. Paste the prompt, pick the model, and hit Generate. And the cool part is, you don't even have to wait for one video to finish before starting the next. You can queue them up in bulk, one after another. To save some time, I've already done this myself, and honestly, it was super easy. In just about 5 minutes, I had all 36 video scenes ready to go. So now that you've done the same and all of your videos are ready, watch closely. If you click on any of the videos, you'll see the sound effect feature open up. This is super powerful because with it, you can simply enter a short prompt, and the software will automatically generate and add the perfect sound effects to your video. Now, since we don't have our sound effect prompts prepared yet, let me show you the easiest way to create them. To start off, open the same ChatGPT session you used to create the story and all of the prompts. Then, tell it that it's an expert in cinematic sound design for prehistoric survival storytelling. After that, explain that its job is to generate sound effect prompts for each scene you've already created. Now, just like before, this setup is a bit detailed and long, so make sure to copy the exact prompt I'm using right here and run it inside ChatGPT. And once you run this exact prompt, ChatGPT will generate a full list of sound effect prompts based on each scene you created earlier. As you'll notice, the prompts are highly detailed and crafted specifically for cinematic sound design. Now that you've got them, start by copying the first scene's sound effect prompt, then head back into Video Talk. Paste the prompt into the sound effect section, and once everything looks good, simply click Generate. Now as you can see, the generation process starts right away, and this one is really fast, only about 15 seconds. And once it's done, the video will be fully ready with sound effects included. So now let's see how it came out. As you can hear, the sound design matches the video perfectly. And honestly, this feature is super accurate. With it, you can easily add sound effects to every single scene in no time. There's also another option available in the menu on the left called the sound effect feature, which lets you manually apply any sound effect into the video timeline. I'll get back to that in a moment, but for now, I'll stick with the automatic sound design tool since it's simple and insanely effective. Alright, now go ahead and add sound effects to all of your videos, just like I've done here. Once that's finished, you're finally ready to piece everything together into the full video. To start off, select the video for your very first scene and simply drag it into the timeline on the right. As you'll notice, every video clip in the timeline can be fully customized. You can trim, cut, or extend them, but since we've already planned our video length carefully, there's no need to make cuts here. Next, head back into the video section. Grab the clip for your second scene and drag it right after the first one in the timeline. This step is super straightforward, so all you need to do is drag every video you created into the timeline on the right, and there's no need to cut anything since the lengths are already set up perfectly. To save us some time, I've already added all of mine, and as you can see, my timeline is now complete. The final video comes out to about 2.5 minutes long, and that's simply because some clips aren't exactly 5 seconds each. So now that all the videos are in the timeline, it's time to add the final touches. First, let's use the transitions feature, which you can find in the menu on the left. Here you can add smooth transitions across all your videos with just one click. Simply choose the one you like, and it will be applied automatically throughout the entire video. Next, let's revisit the sound effects feature. Here you'll find a variety of effects that you can use to enhance your video. For example, you could add a forest footsteps effect by simply clicking on it, and as easy as that, it will automatically be placed in your timeline. From there, you can drag it to the exact spot you want and trim it to match the video's length perfectly. This allows you to add extra sound effects wherever needed. But in our case, I won't add any additional effects since we've already used the custom sound prompts for each scene. And with that step done, our video is finally ready, so let's go ahead and export it. To export the video, the process is very easy. Simply click on the export video button at the top, and as easy as that, your video will be exported. So now, let's see how the final video came out. Keep in mind, this is just a preview so we don't waste time, but as you can see, the video came out insanely good. Now that we've got our video ready, let me show you how to upload it to YouTube the right way to maximize visibility. This step is super important, so pay close attention. To start off, open the YouTube Studio and upload the video you've just created. Once that's done, you'll notice the title section is still empty, but if you remember, we have already created the perfect title for our video. Simply head back into the ChatGPT session where we created the video titles, and here copy the exact one you used to build the story for this video. Then, head back into YouTube Studio and paste the title into the title section, and that's it. Now, while the video is processing, which might take a little time, we still need one of the most important parts, the thumbnail. So let me show you how to create a thumbnail that will really stand out and perform well. To start off, open a new ChatGPT session and tell it that it's a professional YouTube thumbnail designer specialized in creating high CTR thumbnails. Next, make sure to include your video title in the prompt so that ChatGPT knows exactly what to highlight in the thumbnail. Since this prompt is detailed and packed with instructions, make sure to copy the exact one I'm using right here and then run it in ChatGPT. Once you do, ChatGPT will generate a detailed text-to-image prompt that's specifically designed to create a high-performing YouTube thumbnail. So now that you have created a thumbnail prompt, copy it from here and head over to Leonardo AI, the same tool we used earlier for the channel logo. First, set the image model to ideogram 3.0 since it works really well for thumbnails. Next, adjust the aspect ratio to 16:9, which is the correct format for YouTube thumbnails. After that, match all of the other settings I'm using. Then paste your prompt into the prompt section and finally click Generate. Now the generation process will take around 20 seconds depending on the model you're using, and once it's done, you'll have your thumbnail ready. As you can see, the quality is excellent. The text stands out clearly, the facial expression really adds impact, and trust me, expressions make a big difference. And even the background details like the savanna elements make the whole thumbnail look professional and eye-catching. So now that your thumbnail is ready, don't forget to download it using the download button below. Once that's done, head back into YouTube Studio and simply upload it into the thumbnail section. And with that, your upload process is almost complete. Now we've reached the final and most important step of the upload process, creating a fully SEO optimized video description and tags. Trust me, this part is a game changer because it plays a huge role in whether your video succeeds or not. So let me show you exactly how to do it. For this step, we're going to use the the AI Coach in vidIQ, the same tool we used earlier to create our channel keywords and description. Start by telling the coach that it is an expert YouTube SEO strategist. Right next to that, include your video title so it clearly understands what your video is about. Below that, tell it to create a fully optimized video description, and right under it, ask for fully optimized video tags as well. Once that's done, simply click generate, and just like that, the generation process will start. This process can take up to a minute, and when it's finished, you'll have a fully optimized video description along with a list of fully optimized tags, all based on live trending search data. Now that you have created a fully optimized video description and tags, you're ready for the next step. First, scroll up and copy the entire description. Then, head back into YouTube Studio and paste it into the description section. Next, scroll down to the Made for Kids section and set it to No. Just below that, in the Altered Content section, also set the answer to No. Finally, scroll down to the Video Tags section. Go back to the AI Coach, copy the full list of video tags, then return to YouTube Studio and paste them into the Tags section. And with that, your video is finally ready for upload. Now, before we publish the final video, if we head over into the Video Checks section, here you will see that our video is fully monetizable and doesn't contain any copyright material in it. So with that confirmed, it's time to finally publish it. To do that, open the visibility section, then set the video to public, and finally click publish. And congrats, you've just uploaded your first YouTube video with real potential to go viral. So now that you know how to create viral videos in this niche, let's dive into the second part of this video, where I'll show you how to make videos just like this, but this time using 100% free AI tools, so you won't have to spend a single dollar. To start off, open a new ChatGPT session, then just like before, enter the exact same prompt we used previously to generate a list of video titles. This step is identical to what we did earlier, so simply run the prompt, and it will give you a fresh list of video titles that we'll use to create our story. So now that you have your list of video titles, the next step is to create a full video story based on the title you choose. This step works exactly like before. Enter the same prompt we used previously to generate a video story. Then, pick the title you like the most, copy it and paste it into the prompt so ChatGPT knows which title you've selected. Next, enter the length of your video. In this example, I'll use 3 minutes to save time. Once everything is set, hit generate, and ChatGPT will create a fully custom story based on your chosen title. Now that our story is ready, go through it and make sure you're happy with how it turned out. And once everything looks good, we're ready for the next step. Here, we'll use the story to directly generate text-to-video prompts for VO3, which we'll use to create the scenes. I've already included VO3 in the prompt itself. So copy this exact prompt I'm using, and right below it, enter the number of scenes you want to generate. In this case, I'll use 25 scenes for an optimal video length. Make sure everything else is exactly as shown here. You can also find the same prompt in my free Telegram linked below. Once you run this prompt in ChatGPT, it will give you a full list of text-to-video prompts based on the story we just created. But as you can see, this process works just like before. At the end of each batch, ChatGPT will ask if you want to continue with the list of prompts. Simply type continue and repeat this until you've generated the full list. In my case, ChatGPT gave me 25 text-to-video prompts, each carefully designed for creating scenes in VO3. Now that all the prompts are ready, open a new Google Doc and paste everything there to keep it organized. And with that done, you're all set for the next step, where I will show you how to generate the video scenes. Now, as you already know, for this step we'll be using VO3, and the best part is that you can use VO completely free. You pay $0 for the first month, and to top it off, you get 1,000 credits, which you can use to easily create multiple videos in this niche. To start, open Flow, which uses the VO model. On your profile page, you'll see your 1,000 free credits, so everything's ready to go. Next, click the New Project button, and the video creator will open. First, we need to enter a text-to-video prompt for our scene. Head back to your Google Doc, copy the prompt for the first scene, and paste it into Flow's prompt section. Make sure the text-to-video feature is selected in the settings above. On the right side, you'll find multiple models. Here, choose the VO3 Fast model. It costs just 20 credits per video, making it super affordable to create multiple high-quality videos without any hassle. Once that's done, right above the models section, set the outputs to 1 video per generation. This way, you won't waste any credits. Once everything is ready, click the Generate button below. The process is super fast, around 20 seconds per video, and once it's done, your first scene will be finally ready. So now, let's see how the video came out. As you can see, the video looks amazing, and it already has sound effects included, a huge bonus that makes everything way easier for us. So now that our first scene is ready, let's move on to the second one. Head back to your Google Doc and copy the prompt for scene 2. Then return to Flow and paste it into the prompt section. Make sure all the settings match the first scene, and once everything looks good, hit Generate. Now the generation process works exactly the same as before, so I'll skip over the details. And once it's finished, our second video scene will be ready. So now, let's see how the second video came out. As you can see, the second video turned out great. It's packed with details, high-quality visuals, and pre-added sound effects, just like we wanted it to be. So now that you know how to generate the video scenes, go ahead and create all the videos using your prompts. To save time, I've already done this and ended up with 25 videos. And honestly, the process was super simple. Once all your videos are ready, make sure to download each one using the download button above it. And with that done, you'll be finally ready for the next step where we will edit the final video. Now to edit the video, we're going to use a powerful tool called CapCut, so go ahead and open it. Once you are in, start by importing all the videos you created in Flow. In my case, I've imported 25 videos, and to stay organized, I've named each one numerically so I know the exact order of the scenes. Now that all the videos are imported, select them from top to bottom and drag them into the editing timeline below. With that done, everything is basically set, and in my case, the full video is about 3 minutes long. Watch closely though. Some scenes might have small mistakes or parts that look off, so go through each video and trim any issues you notice. Luckily, in my case, all the videos came out perfect, so I didn't need to cut anything, and chances are you won't have to either. Now that your timeline is fully set and all the videos are checked for mistakes, it's time to add transitions between the scenes. Open the transitions menu above and look for the black fade transition. It should be right at the top of the list. Simply select it and drag it between the first two scenes. This will make the flow between scenes much smoother and instantly make your video look cleaner. Repeat this process for all the scenes. Select the transition, drag it between two clips, and keep going until the very end. It's a super simple process, so you'll finish it in no time. Now that you've added transitions between all the scenes, it's time for the final touches. Start by selecting the first video in the timeline, then open the animation menu on the right side. Click on the fade in animation, and it will be automatically applied to your video. Next, select the last video in the timeline. Open the animation menu again, but this time go to the out animations and choose fade out. And just like that, your last clip will have a smooth ending. Finally, head over to the audio menu and add a 2-second fade out to the audio, which will make the ending clean and professional. And with that, your video is completely ready. Now that your video is ready, it's time to export it. Click on the export button above, and the export menu will open. First, set the quality to 1080p, since the videos we used are a bit lower in quality. Right below that, set the FPS to 60 to ensure smooth motion throughout the video. Once that's done, click the export button at the bottom, and just like that, your video will be exported. So now, let's see how the video came out. As you can see, the video turned out really well, and even though we used the fast VO model, the quality is still awesome. Now, the upload process is exactly the same as with the first video, so just follow those same steps to make sure your video is fully optimized and ready to gain traction. So now that I've shown you the complete process of starting a channel in this niche, it's up to you to put in the work. Remember, consistency and effort are the key. So if you stay focused and don't give up, success will follow sooner than you think. And as always, keep pushing, and I'll see you in the next one.